Alright, next up, this one might look familiar. We tried to see if we could save it, couldn't save it, and it was approved. So here's actually the list. I hope we can see pretty good there. The list, you got your air filter, housing is one of them. We can see right here. 28, so this one right here, 2805, that's your air filter housing. Gaskets for the carburetor spark plug pickup body, which is that guy, sleeve, and edger blade B1EBO926. All here, spark plug. Don't forget the spark plug. So yeah, I hope you guys see that. Buy some parts, and let's go ahead and put this stuff onto here, and then we're gonna see if she runs. Alright, first thing we're gonna do is get the gas out of this thing, because we're gonna be doing a whole lot of stuff that could be involving the gas there when we switch off the carburetor. I don't want to shower. Turned off my Mr. Heat, but it's still a little bit cold out here. Alright, now that we have that degassed. Hey. Off of this. The reason we are changing this guy out is because you can see that bend right there. No good. Look at that. No good at all. Come on, baby. Unbelievable. Come on. Right up and off. That went easy enough. Now let's get this off. See if I can make one today. Carburetor off. Gonna see if I can drain two. Going for the 3-for-3 with the spark plug. Let's do that next. Alright, so I have already adjusted the valves in the first video, I believe, when we tried to get it started. But it never hurts to check them, which we shall do. Alright, shot number one. Here we go. Bucket. That was bucket. That's 1 for 1 now. The first one was a warm-up. Air filters don't count. Let's go ahead and get this guy off here next. Get that off there. Get that off of there. Alright, shot number 2 coming up. Bucket. That's 2 now. Don't get excited. Oh, that's gonna be hard to get off. So let's go over here. Grab these guys. Right off. And then we're just gonna hold that down. Oh, his line is pretty frayed here, so I might actually recommend. Oh yeah, look at that. Don't want your finger to hit that. We're pretty thin right here, so I'll also recommend that, but it'll work for the meantime. There we go. Pulls right out. Now come on with the 3-piece bucket. Broken rim, 3-piece chicken bucket for you. That was good, and the rim broke, so that's always a good day. Let's go ahead and chuck that brand new out the box. Look at it, it's all wrapped up. Carburetor. That's pretty. Before we put that on, stop. Get the gaskets out. And this first one, this guy with the 2 dots in it, small hole. That's gonna go on first, see. There we go. Now, do not forget this hose down here has to go on here, which can sometimes be easier said than done. But I find if you just push your finger on it kind of hard, almost flatten it, it might pop in there. There it goes. And you can see, hopefully, you can see it's on there. It's on there and good. That's our impulse hose. Very important. Keep the gas pumping through the carburetor. We need that on. It'll drive you nuts if you forget that. We're going lower, upper. I'll get this guy back on very carefully. Very carefully. We're just careful as can be here. And I mean careful. There we go. Give it a test. I'm gonna have to request a new one of them. Or, yeah. Recommend a new throttle cable. As well. Valves. Valves we're gonna do in a minute. Let's finish this first, eh? Put that on there. That's your second gasket, brand new gasket. And then we can put on our brand new. Are we missing it? Did I throw the cord away? Hold the phone here. That's actually supposed to be for the tank vent, but tank vent doesn't have one because it's a different style tank vent. No worries. It'll still go right on. I'm not too worried about that. Although I probably should be. Twist it back on. That one doesn't look like the other one, does it? Sometimes you're gonna have that in these big industrials, industrial jobs. Sometimes they just don't match up, but it should match up, but it don't. Look at that, that matches up. Beautiful. Now, valves. All right. Go ahead and get that guy off. She's out. There's the intake stroke and top dead center right there. Yep, we're there. There's the arrow on there. You can see it. I vaguely remember doing this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Those are set good. Good thing we checked them though. Always good to check if you're not sure. Spark plug time. Cap looks good. Twist her right in there like that. In, on. We could see if this is going to work right now, but I want to replace this cup sleeve before we do that, and a fuel filter. So let's do that. All right, put that guy right out of there. Where is it? There it is. I'll go fishing a little bit, but I got it. Oh. 4-piece. Broken bucket. 4-piece. Come on with it. Now, how are we to get this out of here now? Oh, it's right there. Oh, it's right there. Oh, it's right there. Come on. There it is. I got it. I got it. I got it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's in and in. Hope you can see that in there. In the bottom, nicely sitting there. ready to filter. Let's go ahead and get this off. This is the combi. So we can switch out stuff. Okay, look. Loosen up that. Try to twist and pull if you can. Woo. And you can see that is very wobbly compared to how small that hole is. I should barely move. So this is going to be a little bit of a task, but it is doable. We'll get into it. Alright, I got some gloves on for this one, because this is going to be greasy. Look at that. It's going to get everywhere. We're going to push that tab down, pull. Now, why this is going to be so challenging is because of that. This little stopper here that stops it from going in and out, stops it right where it's supposed to be with this end in. So that has to come off. And that's not always an easy thing to do. I always use my trusty vise like that. Hit a hammer on top of here. Ugh. And it will come off. So we're gonna do that next. I can grab my hammer. No, it's messing everything up. We use the problem solver. The problem solver is always a good one. So I get it just right, just so, just like that. You can see I can even tighten it just a little, so that all that's there is that, and then hammer it down. Look at the problem solver. Now you can see that knolled. That's right where it's going to go back. It should slide right off nice and easy. Just like that. Easy peasy. This guy's going off. This guy's going on. Just like that. Then we're going to go right back on. Put it right back in. Get it right up to that gnarled piece. And then we're going to get a specialty tool for this. It's not really a specialty tool, but that's what I like to call it. And there is my specialty tool. This is actually just one of these. Cut off. Cut off. And then I can use it. And you can see it's been used quite a bit. But this is just going to be put right into there. Just like that. Nice and straight. We're going to reverse it. This is sometimes easier said than done. But we do have the smaller side, so I'll go just like this. And just problem solve it. Tap it in until them those grooves there are, you can't see them anymore. Oh, can't see them no more. And there it is. Right back on. That gets pulled out. And look at that. On, new, ready to be put right back in. But let's give it a little grease before we put that in. I'll just do that. Golly. Alright, we got the gloves back on for this party. We have our grease. There's the number there, I hope you can see. Our multi-purpose grease for the big guy. They make a smaller tube of this. I'm gonna start right here. Bring it down right in the middle of that, just like that. Get it back in the center of that hole. In the center of the sleeve. Twist it like that as it's going in. A little bit further down the line here. And then right to there. Fill it all the way up. So it's in there. Keep it twisting so that whole drive shaft gets coated. Line up the dots. There we go. And now look at that. Almost no movement. And that's successfully back in. Put this side back on. Give it a tighten down, but I'm getting rid of these before I touch my tools. That's a good rule of thumb name. Alright, tighten this down. There we go. Flip it up. Get it in there. Bit of a turn. There it goes. There's usually an arrow up here, but you want the arrows touching tips. And then last thing we're gonna do before we try to fire this thing up is change out this good old blade here. I'm gonna move my stuff, give this a quick blow. Easy as that. Alright, so we have a trusty tool, new blade. Gonna find the hole here. There it is. Something in there. This is reverse threaded, remember. So we're gonna tighten it to loosen it. You can see that would be like I'm tightening it, but it's loosening it. There we go. Off, 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 on, and then on. Lefty loosey. Keep going. There it goes. Tighten that down nice and tight. Yeah. Move that. Come on, baby. You try this. Suck it to me. Boom. That did not go in the bucket, but it did go in. Alright, let's button it up. I noticed this is a little bit wonky. So we're just gonna loosen this just a tad. Right like that. That's straight. Look at that. That's a little bit straighter there, ain't it? Right back down. It is time. Alright, let's go ahead and button this up. Got a spark plug boot on. Right down like that. Right on like so. In. In we go. There they are. 3 and 4. Get some gas in here right quick. Won't run with no gas in her. Ouch. Mix it up a little bit, and then we'll just pour that right in there. Be careful not to overflow it like I'm about to. No, perfect. Let's get her started. Alright. On. Here goes nothing. Hold the trigger in. Put that on. We already have this choke on, that choke on. Prime it up. Oh yeah. Primes right up like a champ. Here goes nothing. Off. All right, we're running. And there it goes, it's running. It does sound a little rough, so even though this is a new carburetor, we're gonna adjust the carburetor a little bit, make it sound a little bit better. But she's on and running, on and popping. One of these. And that is exactly why a spark arrestor should be in there, because one of them go floating down onto your grass that might be a little dead and your whole yard's on fire. At least you got to see that. Alrighty. Say that's good to go. I'm going to recommend a new throttle cord, see if they want to do that. But we're on, running, and that's how you do that. On to the next one.